We'll start in a seated position, perhaps with the shins crossed. I invite you to close your eyes and tune into the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Just taking this time to connect with body, and of course to connect with moment, tuning in with how you feel and what you need. When you're ready, shifting the weight forward, find your way to a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. On the inhale, we'll arch the back, gaze up. And with the exhale, we'll round the spine, pushing the floor away. Continue to move through these flows in your cycle of breath, but try to lead with the tailbone, almost sending that spinal wave up toward the crown of the head. You're moving through this at your cycle of breath, allowing the spine to open and close, tuning into shoulders, to hips, and to belly. From here, you'll find your way back into a neutral spine, perhaps drawing the knees and the feet together. Float the feet off the mat and start to rock the hips side to side. Think about a dog wagging its tail, laterally flexing the spine, opening up that side body. Last few here. From here, start to create circles through the right hip. Imagine there's a paintbrush behind the knee and you're drawing big, slow circles. We'll do one more circle here. And then we'll align the right knee. Think about lifting it up towards the sky like a fire hydrant and then straighten out that right leg, drawing it down towards the earth. Think of dropping the right hip toward the earth. Keeping a plank spine, start to draw the hip toward the heel. On the inhale, shifting the weight forward. Exhale, shifting the weight back. Adductor rocks. As the hip shifts back to the heel, give it a little pause and start to walk the hands forward, drawing the heart toward the earth. Nice stretch through the shoulders and the chest. Little puppy pose here. With the next exhale, start to walk the hands towards that right toe, stretching through the left side body. Breathing. Drawing the hands back through center, shifting the weight back up. Lifting that right leg and then sending it out behind you. Take a bend through the right knee and sweep the left arm forward. Maybe that left hand reaches around the back to bind onto the right ankle. If so, think about using the glute to lift that foot higher toward the sky, tiger pose. With your next exhale, release. Arm and leg lengthens out before replacing them back down toward the earth. Reset, recenter, find your neutral spine, and then lift the knees 2 inches off the mat, just pausing to hold. Feel the fire through core and shoulders before drawing the knees down. Pick up that left knee, start to draw circles here. Same flow on the other side. Last circle. Good. Open that left knee up toward the sky. Straighten the leg out. Little pause for 3, 2, and 1. Draw that left foot down towards the ground. Slide it out for a bit so you can feel the tension. And then draw the left hip bone down towards the ground. With the exhale, hip shift back to heels. Inhale, shift the weight forward. Now remember, you don't ever have to go into a full depth. Just work through your limitation. Try to keep those hips and that spine nice and neutral as you do. Begin to walk the arms forward, drawing the heart down. Deep stretch the chest and shoulders once again. Cycle of breath here. And then exhale, walking the hands to the left this time. Big stretch through the right side body. With your next exhale, draw the hands back through center. Stack shoulders and wrists and get ready to lift the left leg. Little pause, and then sweep that left leg out behind you, hip square to the earth. Bend in the left knee, sweep the right arm forward, bird dog variation. Maybe you're transitioning to tiger, right hand binds the left ankle. Think about lifting that foot high to the sky, use the glute. Shoulders rolled back and the chest is open. Big breath in, and exhale to release. Lengthening out before coming back to your tabletop spine. Another floating bear coming up. Lift up those knees to hover. Hips are in line with shoulders. We're protracting the shoulders. We're really feeling fire through the body here as we hold. And then exhale, let's push back to down dog, straightening the legs, belly presses back to the thighs, head is relaxed, making an upside down V shape. Perhaps moving through some elephant walks, bending one knee, straightening the other leg. Just breathing here as we dust the rust off. Finding stillness. And with your inhale, we'll reach the right leg up and back. Let's take a bend through the right knee, and then exhale, straighten out that leg. Last one, bend into the knee, and then step the right foot outside the right hand. Left knee taps down, and we'll grab onto some blocks here. Now, if you don't have blocks, that's okay. From here, we'll inhale, deeper bend through the right knee, and then exhale, straighten out that leg, just sweeping the hips back. We're rocking forward and back, playing in and out of the hip and the hamstring. Warming up that lower body and tuning into breath. Let's take about one more cycle here. And with the exhale, next time we straighten out that right leg, we'll pause. Maybe walking the blocks up to their highest height or closer to the body. From here, flex the foot, and then exhale, draw the toes down to the ground. A few more like that. Last one. Next time the toes come to the ground, pause them, roll the pinky toe towards the mat, and then roll forward as if you're drawing the nose toward the knee. Just breathe. Last cycle in. Exhale to rise, bending back into the right knee. Two hands to the mat as you step your way back to downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. You can take a bend through the knee and start to draw circles through that hip joint. Just adding a little extra fire here for you. Last circle. And from there, right foot plants down onto the mat. On the inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Let's take a bend through the knee and straighten out that leg. Last one, bend through the knee here. And then exhale, left foot steps beside left hand. Tap that right knee down. The hands come to blocks once again if you've got them. Deep bend through that left knee before exhaling, straightening the leg, shifting the weight back. Let's just rock in and out of this. Forward and back. Few more cycles here. Next time you shift the weight back to straighten the left leg, you can pause, maybe walking the blocks closer to you. Let's flex the foot, and then exhale, toe to floor. Inhale to flex, exhale to plant. A few more just like that as we work into the ankles. Last one. Next time the toes come to the floor, pause them there. Think about fanning the left pinky toe onto the earth before rounding deeper into that shape, opening up the hamstring. On your next breath in, we'll rise, bending into that left knee. Hands come to the mat as we pick up the right knee and transition back to downward facing dog. From here, we'll take a roll forward, shifting the weight into plank, shoulders and wrists align. Pause here and hold here. Long, deep breaths. Using your next exhale, roll the weight back for down dog. On the inhale, right leg sweeps up and back. Take a bend through the knee. Square the shoulders to the top of the mat and stack the right hip onto the left, three-legged dog. With your next exhale, step the right foot outside the right hand in dragon once again. On the inhale, right arm sweeps up to open the chest. And with that exhale, we slide the arm under the left armpit. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Stay flowing in this T-spine rotation. Last one here. Two hands back to the mat as you step to plank. Pause and hold. With the exhale, push back to down dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps up and back. Now let's take a bend through the left knee and start to draw those circles that I missed on the last wave. Just 3 here. Last one. Good. From there, lift up that left knee, square the shoulders to the top of the mat, and stack the left hip onto the right, three-legged dog. With your exhale, step to dragon, left foot outside left hand. From here, peel that left arm up, nice big inhale. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm under right armpit. Keep that flow moving. Last one. Two hands down to the mat, step back to your plank position. We've been here before. Just breathe. Rolling back to down dog when you're ready. On an inhale, right leg sweeps up and back. With the exhale, we'll step the foot between the hands and rise to a high lunge. Take a moment to pause and hold, find your alignment. Hands shift to heart center, and the spine is neutral. Take your right hand around your back and reach the left arm up. With the exhale, reach to the right, creating a long stretch through the left hip flexor. With the next exhale, rising tall. Hands sweep behind your back once again. Draw the left heel down and straighten the right leg, bowing forward, drawing the heart toward the toes. On the inhale, rise tall. Bend into the right leg, arms peel out in opposite directions. Warrior 2. Take the right arm high and the left arm low. Maybe they meet to the center of the back as you pull the right elbow over the head. Inhale, open up, arms spread. Exhale, behind the back, reach, right hand high, left hand low. One more flow just like that. Inhale, spread those arms. And exhale, Gomukhasana, open up those ribs. From here, come back into Warrior 2 and windmilling those hands all the way down towards the mat. Take the right toe and turn it off to 45 degrees and place the right hand into the right knee, letting those hips open. Just breathe. Pressing the weight through the left heel, thinking about drawing the pelvis down so we're creating a beautiful stretch through that hip flexor and a nice big opening through the hip. Step back to the plank and pause and breathe. With your next exhale, push back to down dog. On the inhale, left leg sweeps up and back, exhaling to step to lunge. Rise tall. Think about square hips and a neutral spine. Belly is tight. The hands sweep to heart center before the left arm loops around the back. On the inhale, right arm reaches high, before exhaling, reaching to the left. Final cycle. Exhale to rise. Right hand sweeps around the back, grabbing for opposite elbows. Right heel flattens on the earth as the left leg straightens. Hinging at the hips, drawing the heart toward the earth. Pyramid pose. Last breath. With the exhale, we'll rise, moving to warrior two. Take a bend through the left knee and reach the hands in opposite directions. This time, as we reach forward, that left arm goes up, right hand goes low. Maybe the hands meet to the center of the back. On the inhale, rise, extend those arms out once again. Hands meet, pull that elbow back, open the ribs. Good, one more like that as you rise. And exhale, hands meet. Last cycle in. Releasing and windmilling those hands all the way down towards the mat. Foot steps outside the left hand. Turn the foot to 45 degrees and place the left hand into the left knee and open the hip. Dropping those hips, creating the stretch through the hip flexor, pressing the weight into the right heel. Just breathe. Transition to your plank. Pause and hold. Whole body is engaged here, feeling your strength. Final cycle in. Before exhaling, pushing back to down dog. Take an inhale, lifting that right leg up and back. This time, exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Dropping the left heel down, rise back into warrior two. Sweep that right arm forward and draw the right forearm to the right quad as that left arm extends up and over. Side angle pose. With an exhale, straightening the right leg, drawing the right hand down to earth or block. Trikonasana. Big stretch through that hamstring. Rising. Turning the right toes to the long side of the mat and then exhale, allowing yourself to fold forward. Prasarita Bakanasana. Think of drawing the big toes together, pulling the inner thighs together, and using your strength to draw yourself deeper into this shape. Rise when you're ready. Turn the heels in, turn the toes out, and then exhale, bend the knees, sink down into goddess, like a sumo squat position. Feel free to make any little movements to get comfortable here, and think about drawing the knees out towards the wall behind you. Last cycle in. Exhale to rise. Bend back into the right knee, sweep the arms forward, and then windmill those hands down, stepping into a plank position. Pause and breathe. With the exhale, shift the weight back to down dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back. And exhale, stepping forward. Transition to warrior two by dropping the right heel down and sweeping those arms tall. On the inhale, think about shifting the weight forward and then drawing the left forearm to the left quad. Right arm extends up and over for side angle pose. And with the exhale, we'll move to triangle by straightening the left leg, drawing that left hand down to earth or to block. Pausing in that hamstring stretch. From here, two hands come back down to the mat as we turn the left toe to the long side of the mat and fold into Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Once again, engage the thighs and think about using your front body to open up the back body. When you're ready, rise tall. Drawing those heels in, toes turn out as we prep for goddess. Arms can reach up, legs are straight before we exhale, sinking down into that sumo style squat. This time, hands come to inner knees and we'll drop the shoulder in towards the midline of the body and then switch, dropping the other. Adding a little bit of a stretch to the front of the delts as we strengthen up the hips and the inner thighs. When you're ready, folding forward and straightening the legs. On the inhale, rising tall, bending into the left knee before windmilling those arms all the way down. Step back to plank. And once again, just breathing. From here, pick up the right leg and place the right shin parallel-ish to the short side of the mat. Left leg can walk back, and perhaps you place a block under the right hip for a bit of support. If you have a bolster with you, you're welcome to place it parallel to the short side of the mat before leaning into it, allowing yourself to rest and relax into this gentle shape. Use your exhales to breathe into the hips, releasing any tension you may be experiencing. When you're ready, begin to rise. Removing any props that you may have and firming the hands down to the mat as you step back to down dog. We'll move through the other side, sending the left shin up parallel to the short side of the mat. Once again, walking that right leg back and maybe even placing a block under the left hip for a bit of support. If you've got your bolster with you, use it in any way that's comfortable. When you're ready, rising tall. Slide the right leg forward to meet the left, this time landing on your sit bones. We've got butterfly. Soles of the feet together as those knees fall into a diamond-like shape. Maybe a bolster comes between the legs. Maybe you shove your blocks under that bolster just to create a little bit of a support system for your head. Now feel free to play with this. You can remove the blocks to find more depth, or perhaps you don't use any props at all, just letting the spine round forward into softness. Wherever you are, we're inviting the hips to open, breathing into the spine, the inner thighs, and of course those hips. Allowing yourself to find more depth if the body offers it to you. Whenever you're ready, we'll slowly begin to rise. And as you do, you'll take that bolster, if you have it, toward the back. And you allow the bolster to touch the lower back as you roll down onto it, little laying heart opener. Now, if you're not using a bolster, you're welcome to lay flat on your back. Legs can be in any shape that serves you. Feel free to stay here as long as you like.